Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Fran. In this channel, I share knowledge and practical techniques on overcoming trauma and also everything about mental health. So this is going to be the first video of this series of videos of core beliefs to work on in overcoming abandonment fear. And this video is going to be about core belief that all people leave me. So when I was studying the book Love Me, Don't Leave Me by Michelle Skin, I adopted the methods that she introduced, and under the help of my therapist, I worked on overcoming each and every one of those core beliefs. So this video, I'm gonna be showing you, guide you through every question that I worked on in my healing, which helped me successfully overcome it. And I'm going to show you some of my sample answers to help you better understand it so that it'd be helpful for you to work on it either by yourself in a group or with the guidance of a professional. So let's jump right into it. For people with abandonment fear, every nuance in the air could cause us to suspect that, oh, this person is gonna leave me, and this is a bad sign. For example, delayed response, a change in behavior, or even the change in frequency of contact. For example, we used to text each other 5 times a week, but this time only 3 times or 4 times. So this change in behavior can really trigger our fear of abandonment. And we typically have this kind of thought attached to this core belief that all people leave me. Some typical thoughts are, people who love me will leave me or die. No one has ever been there for me. The people I've been closest to are unpredictable. In the end, I will be alone. Each and every one of the thought has sticking to me for many years because I went through the death of my mom when I was 7 years old, and later, maybe 2 years later, the dog that she bought me died as well. And then this irresponsible dad, we cut ties at the age of 14. So basically everything that I've been through spoke to me, well, people who love me are gonna leave you. People don't really love you. They're gonna abandon you somehow and you will be alone for the rest of their life. It wasn't easy for me, to be honest, to work on this core belief because it was especially triggering and painful. But I wanted to bring you a little bit of faith and confidence that as long as you're dedicated to work on this core belief and things do change and you will heal and you're capable of creating your own reality instead of believing the old thought that doesn't serve you anymore. For me, it was about a month. So I worked on it 3 times a week. And it completely shifted my mind and my perspective on this topic because I've been very conscious that, well, everything that I believe right now was modeled on the past events. It wasn't based on reality. And it enables me to really detach from the filtering, from those painful and negative filtering that people are gonna leave me somehow. The first question is, what is the definition of people not abandoning you? How you want people to behave in order to make you feel safe from being abandoned. For this question, I wanted you to list out everything that comes to your mind, every possible standard that you feel that people are not abandoning you, people are making you feel safe. This is the answer that I have to this question. Always be responsive and show positive regard towards me 100% of the time. Put me on top priority and constantly be on call for me. Willing to drop everything on hand for me. Daily and weekly checking at a predictable frequency or at a fixed time to provide certainty for me. Constantly reassure me that you love me and you won't leave me. Never judge, criticize, or disapprove or reject me of my opinions, my thoughts, my proposals, and invitations. After you list out everything, I want you to go over this list by yourself and ask yourself, who can satisfy those standards? Are they realistic? Have you ever communicated any of those standards towards the people you love, towards the people that are supposed to meet your standards? If not, how did you communicate those standards? Did you convey it in a passive-aggressive way? Did you manipulate them to meet your standards, even though you know that you have never told them about your standards, but you were expecting them to guess those standards? But where do those standards come from? Were those expectations and standards originally targeted at your parents? Did they try to meet your standards? Did they fail you? At what degree? The second question is that who have made you feel abandoned in your past? Who made you feel unwanted and unworthy of being loved? What are some alternative explanations towards the way they acted at that time? For this question, I wanted to take as much as time as you needed. For me, I set out 2 days to answer this specific question because I know there are a lot of people who have felt me, who have made me feel like they abandoned me in the past. And I wanted to go as detailed as possible, like the way they look at you, the words they said to you, the behaviors, and how you were feeling at that time. I know some of you might think it's pointless to work on this exercise because it's very time consuming, but this is the key step towards healing. I wanted to be really committed, and this is a self-fulfilling prophecy as well. If you don't do it, it won't work. I personally have been very committed to healing because I noticed a strong pain attached to this core belief. And in addition to the 2 days I worked on this specific question, I kept adding to it whenever I think of something new. This is my answer sheet. This is very long, so I'm not gonna read it through, but if you're interested, you can pause and read it. But I wanted to say that everybody's different, so you may have different expectation towards someone else, not just your parents, maybe your uncle, your grandma, or your friend, or just anyone that have done damages to you, made you feel abandoned. The third question, which is also a very important step, is that who in your present is available to you? Who has been persistently caring and loving towards you? For this question, I wanted to be as objective as possible. For example, like your neighbor who has been constantly very caring and warm towards you, who constantly invite you for dinner and lunch. Maybe your leader who views you as more than a coworker, who tries to give you time and space to rest, time your space for yourself when you are not performing very well at work because they're concerned towards your health and general well-being. I wanted to list out as much positive evidence as possible because it may make you realize that you have been black and whitish on this matter. You may have overgeneralized everything from the past experience, and you may have held this negativity towards other people, which may play into a vicious cycle. And also you may have disregarded the positive aspects because you wanted to be stuck in the past. You wanted to, just prove that you're right, that the world is so dark, that you are hopeless and helpless. We all at some degree follow this victim mentality, especially people who've gone through trauma. We had actual proof, we had actual good reasons to believe that this world is hostile towards us. People are trying to hurt us, they're trying to leave us. And we somehow get trapped in the past like this helpless and hopeless hurt little child, like the past. We feel like we had no resources, no ability, there's no way, there's nothing we can do to alter the consequences, alter the suffering. But we need to realize that we're in control right now. We're adults. We have the ability of reparenting ourselves. Like the sufferings I personally went through, they lose the power the second I realize, the second I cultivate this ability to distinguish what's in the past and what's in the reality. Alright, I hope this video is helpful. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you wanted to see more videos like this, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.